Hello, welcome to Solid Body Fitness Equipment, and this is a build video for the ESB150 by Body Solid, an exercise bike. Let's start off with your box cutter or some type of cutter. This thing is easily opened with the top flap facing towards the camera, away from you. Just open the box and then lay it down on its side. Then cut the sides from top to bottom. And you can, from this point, you can open the box. And then pick out the top two pieces. This is the bike post, the bike seat post. Then we move on to the front bike stand. Then we're going to lift the bike upright, so that we can access the other things on the inserts. Next, we are going to cut out the foot pedals, and the bike seat is next. Be careful when you're cutting this out. Really don't want to tear that fabric. Next, we move on to the tool kit. This has all of your bolts and washers and tools in it. You're going to need that for later, so set that close by. That's all the parts on that insert. So we take that and set it on the back flap from the box. Then we have the directions. Why anyone would need that, I have no idea. We'll just get rid of those. There's the bike seat post. And here is the rear bike stand. And the handlebar post. And that is everything for the rear insert. We can throw that on the back flap. Then remove the bag from the bike itself. And then cut the handlebars. There's 4 twist ties holding the handlebars onto the side of the bike. Then you just cut those twist ties and remove the handlebars and set that off to the side. Then we will spin the bike around and just clean up a little bit. Then we will grab your toolkit, empty this out. As you can see, you get a multi-tool, open box wrench, two hex wrenches, two handles with large washers, 4 washers, and 4 bolts. Put these small washers on the 4 bolts and set them off to the side. Take the small washers and put them on the small bolts. Then take the large washers and put those on the handles. Then I use a 6mm hex bit, Allen bit, for my drill. It makes it a little faster. Or the large Allen wrench that in your toolkit will work also. Then remove the placeholder screws on the stand, on the front and rear stand. And just chuck those old screws off to the side. You can use them for other things. I do not. You get 2 of the bolts with washers on the front and 2 on the back. Then you take out the aluminum square placeholder and put the front bike stand on. Then just hand tighten the screws, the bolts. Then move to the rear and hand tighten those bolts. Then what I do is I put the old bolts back into the placeholder stand piece and just set that off to the side. That way you don't have loose parts floating around. Those are extra and you will need to get rid of those. Next we move on to the petals. On the very bottom of the petals, it will be marked with an L for left or an R for right. We will put the left petal on first. We will need the box end wrench. The large side of the box end wrench. Remove the tag from the petal. And just insert it into the hole and twist it. Sometimes it'll twist all the way on, sometimes it won't. You just use your box end wrench to tighten it up. Then we move to the right pedal. Take the tag off. Insert. Make sure you have the right side pedal on and twist it on. Then you're going to need your small Allen wrench from your toolkit. And when you have the pedal in the top position, you will see a set screw. Tighten that set screw, then spin the other side up, and tighten that set screw also. We are done with the pedals. Now we will move on to the posts. This is the handlebar post. We need, it is handy to have some silicone spray lubricant. Put it on the three sides for the handlebar post. Then loosen the knob on the front of the bike to allow for the post to slide into the hole. Then move it up and down so that silicone has a chance to work itself in, and it makes it a lot easier. Then you need to tighten up the knob, and you can pull it out to where you don't hear the clacking of that little steel pin going up against the post. Then we move to the rear seat post. Put your lube on that. Loosen up the knob and slide the post in. Again, work that silicone and tighten up the knob. Make sure there aren't any clacking sounds. We will take out your box cutter again, and we will remove the styrofoam from the handlebars. There's tape usually in about 3 places: across the top, like I just cut there, and across each top of the handlebar, of each actual handlebar. If you cut those 3, most of it will come. It'll come off like it is now. When you're cutting these, make sure to be very careful about how deep you cut, because you do not want to cut the felt on the handlebars or the padding. If it gets too long, I found it easier just to cut it and then start over, because it's a lot easier to manipulate when it's shorter. Then push your garbage off to the side, and there is the insert, which this handle with the large washer goes onto. That will go on the front post. Position it to the front of that slide and tighten it up. That way the handle doesn't hit the post. And then when you get it close to where it's tight, then slide it back to where you want it, about middle position. And then take out your seat post, and that has that hole on the bottom of it. Position the seat post to the front, and then insert the handle with the large washer on it. And again, position it away from the post so that the handle, when you're spinning it around, doesn't hit that. And then we put the seat on. There will be 2 nuts on either side of the seat. You want to make sure that it's level and not turned to one side to make it more comfortable when you get on it. Then you just take your open box end wrench that came with your bike and your multi-tool. Put your multi-tool on one side and tighten the other side with the box end wrench, the small end. And then when that is tight, switch it around to the other side. All the time making sure that the seat remains level and straight. Then when it's tight, you're all done. Then we can sit back and enjoy our work. That is the ESB150 from Body Solid.